Hi YouTube, welcome to my 35-week pregnancy vlog. I am 35 weeks and 4 days pregnant today. I cannot believe, I'm so sick of saying that and everybody says it every week, and I just cannot believe I'm that close to my due date. It is crazy. I am definitely feeling super pregnant at this point. I am super breathless all the time. My feet and fingers are swelling so bad. It used to just be that around the end of the day my feet would really start to swell and get sore, and now it's like constant. Any shoe, if I try to wear like a pair of flats or like my tennis shoes or anything, they are so tight. My flats like squeeze my feet, and like the tops of them are like muffin tops over my shoes. It's that bad. Even my flip-flops, my feet are just like wide, and even in the middle of the night when I wake up to go to the bathroom, I can feel like if I do this with my hands, my fingers just feel really tight. I've been pushing fluids like crazy. I've been drinking water like a mad woman, and milk and Gatorade, really trying to stay away from soda, and it just seems like nothing's really helping that much. Staying off my feet is not an option. It's just absolutely not an option, especially after my husband started his new job Monday. So now he is working during the day, every day, from 6 in the morning until whenever at night. And so I am up in the morning with the kids. You know, I have to do breakfast and do their hair and pick their outfits and, you know, take people to preschool and clean the house and run errands and grocery shop and pick kids up and anything else that needs to be done. I sit down to eat lunch if I'm lucky, and I don't sit down again until dinner time, and then I don't sit down again until bedtime. So I'm literally on my feet constantly. I'm still working about 8 hours a week at my actual like job, and normally I will go my whole pregnancy and work up until basically like I give birth or like have an induction or whatever it is. And I was talking to my husband a couple days ago and just telling him, like, I honestly do not think that I want to try to work up until I have this baby. I'm just already so uncomfortable. My kids are screaming out there. I'm just so uncomfortable. I went to work this last Saturday night, and I had been there about an hour and a half. And I mean, like, I don't remember a time in my life where my feet hurt that bad, like ever before. It was awful. I needed to sit down so bad, and I don't feel like anybody around me really understands. Most of the people that I work with have never even had one child, let alone 6 children. And so when I sit there and say like, oh my God, my feet are killing me, they don't get it. Like, they're just like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like sitting there like, no, like, I need to go home. Like, they hurt so bad. So I don't know. I'm going to try to go at least 3 more weeks, hopefully, and then I will probably stop working. So there's that. Staying home has been such a blessing, though. I really feel like even though emotionally and mentally it's a lot more draining for me to be here dealing with the kids all day long without any help, and physically as well. But I feel like maybe I'm getting more rewards out of what I'm doing here and feeling more pride in what I'm doing, and so I'm not noticing the exhaustion as much as maybe I would be if I were at work doing something where I kind of feel like there's so many better things I could be doing, if that makes sense to you. Not to say that I don't love my job and love my customers, and I really do enjoy being able to contribute financially to our family, But I feel like the job that I do here at home is just so much more valuable than money. So I've really been enjoying being home with the kids. So yeah, I'm sweating like in the middle of the night. I'm starting to get hot flashes really, really bad. I have to open windows. I sleep in my underwear now. And it's not really that hot here yet, but I'm just really hot and emotional. Like there are days where I just need to cry, and like days where Ian will just say something really sweet to me and I'll just start bawling, and I'm just like, I'm just so emotional, and I just start to cry, and it's so weird, but I just feel so overwhelmed with hormones that I just don't know what else to do with myself. It's crazy. These last few weeks are very, very similar internally with me as like the beginning of pregnancy. So it's been interesting. I feel like intuition wise and the way I feel physically, like there is no way that I am going to make it to 40 weeks with this pregnancy. But I hate doing that to myself, because when I hit 40 weeks or go past 40 weeks, I'm so much more frustrated about it if I've had this mindset that there is no way that I'm going to go full term. So I'm trying to tell myself and prepare myself mentally for the possibility that I could go 2+ weeks past my due date. And I need to make peace with that, because I really, really, really am trying to have a natural labor, and I do not want to be induced in any way, shape, or form. And I have been late with my last 3 pregnancies. So I really need to make peace with the idea of going overdue. I need to find things to keep myself occupied so that it's not just like the only thing on my mind is like, when is this baby going to come? You know, which contractions are going to be the contractions? And the closer I get to my due date, the more I find myself doing that. So I just need to keep myself occupied so that I'm not focused on that. What else can I, oh, my skin. So I told you guys way back in the beginning of my pregnancy, that was actually one of the very, very, very first symptoms that I had that made me think that I was indeed pregnant, was I started getting these weird breakouts, like in places that I never get breakouts. And that is happening again. I am breaking out on like my hairline back here. It's so gross. And like my back again, which I don't really have like body acne. It's just like my face that's really bad normally. My skin is so oily, like so oily. And I have felt like there's nothing I can do to control it. I put on foundation if I'm going to like work. And that's normally the only time I'm really wearing like makeup. And it's just within an hour of me putting it on, I am just like glowing, and it's so ugly. I mean, it's almost like worse than if I weren't wearing makeup at all. Today I found some Proactive oil control like cream that I had from way back in the day that I hadn't even opened, and I put it on before I put my makeup on, and I think it's actually helping a little bit. So this might be like my savior for the next couple weeks, but goodness, I have never had such oily skin. And like my hair, normally I will wash my hair every other day, but lately I'll wash it, like I washed it today, and by tomorrow it will already be like greasy and like kind of separating, you know, how it just looks dirty. It's just, I just feel bleh. And like, okay, TMI alert coming your way. If Ian and I try to be intimate, it is so hard now to feel attractive and sexy in the bedroom because I can't find like a position that is comfortable for both of us. And if I'm like trying to like move into a different position, I'm like grunting and it's just like completely taking away that like, ooh, I feel so hot like factor, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel attractive, and I like I'm more caught up with how he is viewing me than I am about how I'm viewing myself. Like I'm more caught up in, man, I bet this looks so awful to him, or man, I bet he's looking at me like, wow, this is not even worth it, you know? And I know that he's like, you're beautiful, you're attractive, you're gorgeous, and he's constantly reassuring me, but I just don't, I guess it's like, it's a two-way road. Like I have to feel that way myself to portray that to him, and it's becoming tricky. We'll just say that. And this whole pregnancy has actually been really good in that department. With my girls, I just really had like no drive whatsoever the entire time. And that was another reason why I was fairly certain that I was having a boy this time around, was because I still had the sex drive. And I was like, only a boy inside of me would make me feel this way. That's the only thing that would make me feel this way while I'm pregnant. So yeah, that's the update there. Other than that, my appetite has been on and off. I don't necessarily feel like I'm eating a ton. Like I remember in some of my past pregnancies just feeling like I could eat so much food and I was always hungry. And especially toward the end of my pregnancy, I remember feeling like I was constantly hungry, but I would only be able to eat a little bit and then I'd be full, and then half an hour later I'd be hungry again. And I'm not really going through that. I'm just eating like a normal person most of the time. It's kind of interesting. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. My battery's getting low, so I will show you guys my belly, and that will be it. I'm just going to try to do this while I'm still on my bed. Oh my gosh. See, this is a sneak peek of what I'm talking about, my grunting. All right. Wow, right? This is my 35-week and 4-day belly from the side. And from the front, this isn't a maternity shirt and it's not really covering my belly very well anymore. I'll turn this way for you. Da, 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 da. My belly button is so poking out. From the front. And from the side. So it's pretty crazy. I always felt like if I had smaller boobs, I'm so out of breath. I always felt like if I had smaller boobs that my belly would look 10 times as huge, but I feel like this kind of makes it seem a little bit more proportionate. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's just adding more weight is all it's doing. Oh my gosh. Anyways, guys, I guess that's it for this week, and I will talk to you hopefully next week for my 36-week update. See you soon. Bye.